ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So here we are on steps in the IS-6. I almost have my second gun mark on this, and I don't know if they're going to start it over when they buff it up like they did the Object, what was that, 261? 263? That tank destroyer. That was a tier 10, went to a tier 9, so not real sure, but I just want to get the mark on it. But I had a match here, and just want to... I actually typed something kind of funny in a minute here. So, with what I had on our team and what the enemy had, I was thinking, okay, they got a lot of tank destroyers, so they're probably going to be really setting back kind of more at their cap. Figured the T-32 would probably come over this way and use his turret ability, strength. VK 101P, figured he'd go over this way because that's, where the big behemoths go. The Pantera, 132, 45, and T-29. I was thinking they were probably going to go this way. And the 1357 and T-71, they all do their scouting thing. So at first, I was going to go over this way to the east. Well, actually, it looks like it's to the west on the map. But where I'm setting, we'll say to the east. And, kind of go over there and hopefully get some heavies to go with me. Well, we head that way, and we end up making a U-turn. Yeah, so I said, oh, I pray to the higher power, the RNG gods, please give me a team that's not all Muppets. A couple of them got a kick out of it. But, anyway, so we are heading, I'm going to say the east, even though it's to the west. We're going to say east because that's just the way the map, that's the way I'm going on the map. And I keep a close eye. I look for trees, bushes, anything I can see that might be dropping, kind of obviously showing you that there's a tank heading that way. And then I saw their scouts and a couple heavies coming right up center. I'm like, this ain't looking good. So at first I was going to continue going up to the, we'll say north, even though it's south, side with these guys. And then I thought, no, they're getting darn close to our cap. I think we're going to get pushed hard. So what I did is I pulled in here because I don't have 6 cents on this tank anymore because I took the crew out of it and put it in another tank. And I didn't want artillery to sit there and drop, lead on my head, considering there's two of them. They both hit pretty darn hard. So we did a U-turn, and sure enough, T-32, 45 TP, 1357, T-71 DA. They all went dead center, and I'm like, are they trying to fast cap? Because this is going to suck. This thing's got really good turret armor. Unfortunately, the lower plate is pretty well easy to pen. Upper plate's a different story. So I get up here, and I get a nice side shot in the T-32, and it completely donk it into the dirt. Watch this. Right into the dirt. Fully aimed in. I'm like, bless America. And we get hit by the 45 TP, and I think it was my lower plate, and he bounces. And we hit by the T-32, and he bounces. I was trying to hit that little commander's hatch, because if you hit the commander's hatch on the T-32 on the left side of the turret, you can pen it. But unfortunately, with the dispersion on this, it's like 0.43. Yeah, bad chance in hell. So basically, I'm just staying here to help, the team. So these guys, I can keep them lit, and they stop trying to come up dead center. Then I get hit by the 45 TP, and he pens me, and that would have, lower plate. I was going to say, I knew it had to have been a lower plate. Then I thought I was going to come around this other side, so I'm already safe first off, second off, get a shot at hopefully the 101P in the side, because 217 penetration on this gun, even I'll have trouble even going through the license plate area on the front of that thing. 217 just really sucks. I mean, for premium, that's probably one of the lowest, at tier 8, lowest premium round penetrations I can think of. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad. But I'm just basically using this rock to cover my butt. And I'm watching over here, and I see the T-29, and we had a Scorpion G and this IKV 90B, and I thought they probably got it pretty well covered, but I'm going to head over there just in case, because that 45 TP was heading up here. He ended up getting knocked out, and, I think we got a pretty good shot. But I'm just basically using this rock to cover my butt, and I'm watching over here, and I see the T-29, and we had a Scorpion G and this IKV 90B, and I thought they probably got it pretty well covered, but I'm going to head over there just in case, because that 45 TP was heading up here. He ended up getting knocked out, and our Scorpion ends up getting knocked out, and the IKV-90B gets knocked out. And this, I was going to try and... Yeah, that's what happens when you don't let it aim all the way in on the IS-6. You know, I keep forgetting the crew on this kind of sucks now, and I don't have snapshot. So, you got to really let it aim all the way in. Now, my old crew was a 6-perk crew, and I could have got away with doing like snapshot on that. So, I know the AMX 1357 is coming up here, T29, and a P43, or at least the P43 was. So I'm trying to get up here in time to help out the IKV-90B, and he goes down the hill for whatever flipping reason without waiting and gets himself killed. So now I want to get a nice shot on this 1357, and so he let it aim all the way in so he can shoot right past him and miss. I'm like, you gotta be flipping shitting me. Yeah, the dispersion on this with a... I mean, I got an alright crew. That one, I got flipping lucky that one even hit him. And, so I knew the 1357 was going to try getting on my butt. Sure enough, here he is. I do an auto lock, and I'm just trying to get my back turned around. Now, he fires fast, but he's doing an auto lock, so most of his rounds actually missed. And we go ahead and we hit the 1357 and finish him off. I fix my ammo rack. And I'm just trying to get a little bit of space, keeping myself angled, and pop around into the T29. He just shot me with a premium round and bounced. Because he probably shot me right there. You don't want to shoot an IS-6 there. And I was angled, and we hit him and finished him off. So, basically the threat that was over here, I just took care of all three of those guys, the T29, the 1357, and the P43. So, it was a good thing I did come back this way, because if I would not have, probably our artillery would have been knocked out. So now basically all I'm going to do is come up this side of the map, work my way up. Artillery, I think, was last spotted right here, if you look. That little dot right there. I think that was where artillery was last spotted. I'm hoping he might not have moved. Guys, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to do this. And so I don't want to bump any tanks, basically, because an enemy can say, oh, my tank just moved. He just drove by me. Somebody's coming up on the east side. Actually, to me, it's the west side, but on the map it says east. But what I'm trying to do is get up here in a nice enough position where I can stay hauled down and try and help work on these guys right here. Unfortunately, no one has any patience, and they all want to be the hero of the match, and they pretty much all die. The P44 Pentura, great gun, auto loader mechanism, or what do you want to call it, auto reloading mechanism. But unfortunately, he got knocked out. You know, I don't understand why people wait until the backup is there. Keep him lit for artillery to work on. I mean, for gosh sakes, we got 2 artillery. Let those artillery work on them and take, you know, dwindle them down a little bit. And not just that, but wait for backup. Now, the SU-152, he's not waiting. I'm like, you know. So we take out artillery. So the SU-152, instead of waiting for backup, he pushes in. And I'm like, God bless America. I mean, he ends up not getting knocked out by the grace of God, because somebody does put a hurting on him. So he shot, I don't know if he hit that target or not. I think he missed it. And as far as I know, I'm probably lit. Shoot at the T-25, and the freaking round hits the rock right underneath, right below him. I'm like, God bless America. He takes a pop shot at me and misses. See, now that I know they don't have artillery, I can kind of sit there and aim in. Thank goodness. I might have to put a decent crew back in this thing. Well, then I saw their P44 going after him, and he just got nailed for all his health. I don't think he had a lot, but still. So there's the T-25, and the SU-152 has got a hell of a long load time. Obviously, he's got the derp gun, and I'm like, stay there. I'm going to come around the corner. I'll take the guy out. But he shoots because he has no patience like the other guys. And he lost some health because he couldn't wait. I just don't understand why people can't wait. Have patience. You know, let your team get there to back you up and help you out. Now, basically, it's going to be like playing hide and go seek, round robin, whatever you want to call it, with the Scorpion G. Because he was last spotted here, more than likely he's going to head up here. He just took out one of our artilleries over here a bit ago. So you know he's going to go after the other artillery. So what I want to do is get down here so I'm not up high, so that I'm lower in case he is setting up there somewhere. He's not going to spot me if I'm setting down in this little trench or right on the beach here. You're less apt to get spotted if your tank is lower. If I'd have kept driving across up here, more than likely, if he was anywhere, which he just took out our other artillery, but if he would have been anywhere in a bush or behind a rock, using his camo, 9 out of 10 times he probably would have hit me and killed me. So somebody, in a minute I think, who says go cap, or says something, I think he said something to one of us to go cap or something. Because obviously the Scorpion G does cook right along. He's got 5 kills, so, well, they will chase him. Well, what are we going to do? We're going to go set on cap so he can use his camo rating, come over and just knock us out. And artillery's saying cap. Let's see how long SU lasts. SU lasts the whole match, so I figured he was last spotted there. More than likely, he's heading back here to try flanking us, or thinking that we're going to be getting on their cap. So I'm going to make a beeline for try and cut him off the pass. I'm thinking he's going to be coming up this way as I get up here, but the Scorpion G's a little bit faster than I was thinking. So I'm just waiting for either to get hit, because smart at the Scorpion G, what he should have done, if anything, is got into a bush, hid, and then waited for us to come basically to him and just pounded us. But he kept driving around and, just not waiting for us to come to him, basically, and that's what he should have done. And sure enough, he gets lit, and I never got spotted. I must not have got spotted. He got spotted, but I don't think I got spotted, because he didn't stop, didn't start turning his turret, nothing. He just kept driving on like nothing, it was just a Sunday drive. So I don't even think I got spotted, which obviously I can't tell because I don't have 6th sense on this tank anymore. Might have to put my good crew back in this one, because this one crew skill thing sucks, I tell you. I've got 100% crew, but obviously with I don't have snapshot or any of the other perks, and I got ammo racked, and I used to have the perk for the loader so that you had the stronger ammo, where they separate the ammo so it doesn't touch or whatever. I had that. I mean, I just had every like 6 perks or 5 perk. It was 5 or 6 perk. I think it was a 6 perk crew, and now I'm back down to 1 because I put the crew in the 277, I think. Excuse me, one of the tanks that just came out just recently. So, yeah, anyways, we were able to take out the Scorpion G and win the match. So, if you want to hold on for a minute, I will have some post-game stats for you, so I will be right back. Alrighty, so after playing cat and mouse with the Scorpion there, finally got him at the end. I kind of figured what he was doing was he went out, took artillery out. Smart move on his part. That way he wasn't having to worry about one of us lighting him and artillery just knocking the snot out of him. So good thinking on his part. But I figured he probably assumed that we were going to go back to his cap and cap it out. And at first it was looking, we had 5 minutes, so I wasn't super worried about running out of time. My problem, or my concern was if we did get on cap, him outviewing us, because obviously I'm in a heavy and the other guy was in a tank destroyer, and it was the SU-152, not the ISU, just the SU-152. So, it's less performance. I mean, it's got a good gun, as long as you can penetrate your targets. But not very accurate. So if we would have got on the cap, might have just been sat there and got, picked apart. So when I first started, went out the cap, went to the east side of the map, kind of where the heavies normally go, and I started heading that way, and then I was watching the mini map, and I noticed these guys were coming up, a lot of them right up to dead center, up that little center road, and I thought, shit. So I there's that little little area where it's water, but the map stops against the rocks, so I kind of swung in there, just so I didn't have to, because I don't have 6 cents on this, because I took the crew out of this and put it in one of my other tanks. And so I wasn't sure if I was lit or not, because they were awful close. And a couple of them have really good view range that were close, like the 1357. So that's why I swung into that area that had the rock, the cliff, whatever you want to call it, hill, big hill, rock hill, and turned it around, and then I headed back towards our cap, and that's when I ran into the 1357 and the T29. This has got to be one of the lowest damage games I've ever done and got a top gun. The team did good. I'll give them credit. They did really good. A lot of the guys that were left that I killed only had just a handful of hit points credits. I was looking at the bonds. But after I took out the T29 and the 1357, I continued to go up west and come around and try and flank the Scorpion, T25-2, and some other stuff that was kind of back at their cap. Already got off. I don't know why their artillery did what he did. Maybe he was trying to get in a little bit closer so the round hit, didn't travel so far, or maybe he's just repositioning to get a shot at the SU-152. But I caught him with his pants down there because he was bucking across the field, so I took him out. So then we didn't have to worry about artillery, so that was kind of a real nice feeling. And then kind of worked on the T25-2, and then went around after the Scorpion G. I had a shot at that T-32 when he pushed right up into the center there, side of his turret, and with a premium round, and as you can see, that's all I carry in this thing. I don't even carry a standard round, not a single one, because you're going to see at the Tier 9s and 175 pen, you'd be lucky to go through Tier 8s with that, let alone if you got to go through Tier 9s, not happening. So I carry all APCR and a couple, just like 7 HE shells. But I had a pretty good shot in the side of the T-32's turret, and it said that it was a 50-50 chance of penetrating. Pull the trigger and hit the dirt. The accuracy on this thing really sucks. That's one thing. When they buff them, I wish they were really actually kind of buffing up was that dispersion, but I don't know if they're touching that. But all in all, we ended up with a Mastery Badge Class 2, Duelist, a Shell-Proof, Fire for Effect, got 2 bonds, got a top gun and a steel wall. We bounced one round from the T-32 for 320, and damage upon the spotting him was 181 because he was just down on that dip. And I was higher, so all I had to do was pull out a little bit, and I'd light him every time. The Scorpion G at the end there had 296 hit points. Finished him off and knocked out his engine. I was afraid that I was going to get a freaking super low row. 390 average damage, but I've been having some really bad luck on getting decent rolls recently for some reason. Bounced around from the 45 TP, from the T29, what was that? That's 320. Bounced 2 rounds from the T29 for 640, and damage upon us spotting him was 329. We hit him 2 times for 439. The P43 TER, we hit him 1 time for 7 hit points. Oh, I just didn't ram him. Huh. But so we finished him off with all the 7 hit points. Bounced one of his rounds for 240. The T25-2, we finished him off. He had 78 hit points. Finished him off. Knocked out his commander, and he got hit for 40 upon me spotting him. The 1357, we hit him 2 times for 583, finished him off. Bounced 3 of his rounds for 270, and the artillery finished him off for 360. So we did 3rd highest damage at 1763, and got 6 kills, base experience of 984. See, I told you that was probably the lowest top gun that I think I've ever had. Normally when I get a top gun, I'm over 3,000 damage, so that was kind of strange. But like you saw, a lot of those guys didn't have super hit points. We had 13 shots, 9 hit, 8 pen, 1,763 damage. We got hit 13 times, 5 pen, 8 bounce for 1,790 bounced. That's pretty damn good. Still got good armor. We had damage 6, destroyed 6, and damage with our assistance was 550. We only lost 16,876 in credits. Like I said, I don't play for credits anyways. I play for stats. And this, I actually will take a peek. I think I almost got my second mark on this. Yep, less than 1% away. Cool. I'm wondering if when they buff it up, if they're going to, well, no, because it's not going up or down a tier. Oh, excuse me. So, I shouldn't have to worry about them resetting the gun mark for it, like they did on the Object 263, I think it is. A tank destroyer went from, but that stayed at tier 9. They just, yeah, that stayed at tier 9. They nerfed it, or was that a tier 10? No, that was a tier 10, then they bumped it to a 9, that's right. Never mind. I was thinking that was a 9, and they nerfed it. I think I said buffed it, I meant nerfed it. But it used to be a 10, then they nerfed it, put it as a 9, so I guess they consider it a new tank, because my stats on it started all over on the gun mark for that Object 263, which was kind of a bummer, because I was almost on my first mark, if I remember right. But, yeah, I kind of can't wait for the buff on this and the KV5 and all the other premiums. It'll be kind of nice to actually have a gun that has a little bit better performance. I mean, they're only taking it to like 181, I think. So it's not really going to be like, oh my god, look at this, we went from 175 to 218. I think they should have went at least a 208 with these damn rounds, but nope, no such luck. Yeah, well, at least the premium round will go up in penetration too, so you're over 217, because that still sucks. I mean, jeez. There's tier 8s that you won't even come close to penning with that with 217. Object 252 Defender. I could sit and list half of them off. But anyways, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that match. If you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.